When I change back to my former self, I will crush this army and take Elora Dannon to Tirasleen, where she will be safe.
Ow! What'd you bite me for?
You need 3 drops of your blood to put in the potion.
Well, you could have warned me.
Welcome to the Infernal Brotherhood's Willow series. Today, we're going to answer the question, what are transformations? We'd like to invite you to subscribe to this channel for more Willow content, and like and share this video. This information is taken from the Willow sourcebook. Transformations are known to be the oldest and consequently the most difficult magical effects. Though its origin is unknown, its effects are so obvious as to be impossible to hide. Most magicians stay clear of transformation spells for 2 reasons. 1. Magicians tend not to involve themselves in the goings-on of others in the world, preferring to spend their time in study and exploration. And 2. Most are incapable of mastering transformations, as a transformation spell that backfires can have disastrous effects. For an example, let's travel back in time with a tale from the Hamartiad, a tome of ancient Cashmerian history. Before Kashmir was a nation, it was known as the Empire of Geronthi. After centuries of peace and stability under the 6 wise rulers, the nation was taken over by a madman. This madman was Emperor Kalodius, who drove the empire into ruin. He saw himself as a god, exhausted the treasury in childish celebrations, and consequently ignored his citizens and the borders of his empire. The greatest conjurer of the time, Brobantula, decided to put a stop to the madness. Brobantula gifted Kalodius with a mechanical songbird, which the emperor installed into his bedchamber. The bird began to sing a lullaby, which put the emperor and his guards into a deep slumber. Brobantula stuffed his ears with wax and entered to cast a transformation spell. Brobantula's intention was to turn the emperor into a worm that the songbird would eat, but instead, the emperor was transformed into a 900-foot-long worm, which ate the songbird, the guards, the furniture, and subsequently burrowed through the floor of the palace, disappearing from the empire. Brobantula temporarily escaped with a Leviathan spell, but with no wind to propel him, he eventually floated down from his height right into the arms of waiting guards. The empire showed its gratitude to him in the form of a swift execution, and the empire of Geronthi was plunged into anarchy and ultimately fell. In modern times, magicians see transformations as immoral and unfashionable. It is used primarily for minor stunts like changing rocks into birds. To change a mortal into something else is tampering with the fundamental natural order of things. Bavmorda is ever the exception, however, and when faced with the reality of not being able to murder or imprison Finrazel, she transforms her into a possum and dropped her onto an island surrounded by water. She was so powerful that she turned an entire Kashmir army into pigs. Of course, the secret of her power and ancient rites disappeared with her into obliteration. When you're transformed into a creature, you retain your intellect and wisdom, including your gift of speech. You're also able to use any attributes of the new form, including casting spells if you're transformed into another intelligent form like a Daikini, Nelwyn, Fairy, Brownie, or Pohas. It seems the only restriction is that you must be transformed into something that actually exists. Backfires are failed transformations, like the Aborsisk Willow made from the troll, or the many forms Razel adopted before returning to her own. The only way to protect yourself from a transformation is with the Shelter Chant. The magician must remain stationary and continuously recite the words. It will protect only those nearest to the caster from transformation. And that is all I have to say about transformations. Thank you for spending time with us. We'd like to invite you to subscribe to this channel, and feel free to click the like button and share the video. Until the Infernal Brotherhood convenes again, my fellow scruffy-looking Nerf herders, may the Force be with you.
Hither, green and ban, Clyde Lunanoct. Hither, green and
What are you gonna look like if this works?
Don't interrupt.
Sorry.
Hither, green and ban, Clyde Lunanoct.
I am a young, beautiful woman.
Concentrate, Willow.
Hither, green and ban.